Welcome, and welcome back. It's gonna be a little different type of video. It's gonna be sort of say covering, but following Game 4 of the NBA. Yeah. I've never done this before, but something I thought of doing and seeing how things will go. Yeah. So let's be covering the game, and we will be going over. As we're watching it. I'm gonna be going over a website called Does the Dog Die? Just going over movies and TV shows where dogs die or they don't die. We're going to touch base on Reddit and also look and see if there's any recent dog attacks. Yeah. So it's going to be a interesting video. Trying to get organized here. Game's gonna start about 5 minutes. 5 minutes till game time. Get some tunes going on here. Some tunes right before the game starts. Why you can't hear anything. Anything. Yeah, again. Just got here. It's gonna be a different stream. Nothing really organized today. Just want to see if I could follow the game and also talk about things related to dog culture. I cannot hear anything. There we go. I'm not sure why. Seems like when I focus on the YouTube video, It's better. Everyone's doing fine and having a dog-free week, and are expecting to have a dog-free weekend. It is June the 14th. Apparently it is Trump's birthday today on Game 4 of the NBA Finals, where the Boston Celtics have a chance to clinch the series and win their 18th championship. Beginning of the season, my pick of the East to make it to the finals was Boston. Reason being, they were the only ones with some sort of a narrative to make it to the finals. I just didn't see it from any other team. That they're the only ones on the East that had the narrative to make to the finals. It wasn't until after, for the West, I wasn't sure until James Harden came over to the Clippers, and I thought, I seen some a narrative. Like I see narratives with the Clippers, making it to the finals. Obviously, that didn't pan out well. So after that, it was tricky, a little bit tricky. Once they were eliminated, I didn't know who in the West would make it. I thought it would have been either Minnesota, because those two teams, Boston and Minnesota, are Kevin Garnett's former team. So I thought it would make sense that they would battle with each other. Because Minnesota, again, they have a lot of narrative on their side with that that Edwards guy and all the other stuff that has happened in Minnesota, so it'll make sense. But nevertheless, it's been Boston versus the Mavs, the Celtics versus the Mavs, in the 2024 NBA championship. Season leaders, you have Jason Tatum averaging 25.2 points per game, and Luka Doncic, if I pronounce his name right, averaging about roughly 28 points per game. I know these NBA games are scripted. The Mavs, they play so well, up to this point, so well against the Clippers. Again, against Minnesota. Did they beat the Thunder? I think they beat the Thunder? Or they beat Denver. Either way, they played so well, and all of a sudden, they don't know how to play anymore. They just don't know how to play. But yeah. So yeah. I'm not going to play sound for the video because I'm going to get copyrighted for that. Let's see. Hope I don't get copyrighted for the scoreboard either. It's going to be a long night. Yes. get something more upbeat. And I forgot to say, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. So very rare for me to be live, but nevertheless, we are here live today. It is June the 14th, and we are going to be sort of broadcasting, covering Game 4 of the NBA Finals, where Boston has a 3-0 lead against the Dallas Mavericks. Celtics have a chance to clinch the series and win their 18th championship, the most in NBA history. It would be good to see the Celtics win, but I think they're going to lose this game and win at home. I think it would make more sense for them to win their 18th at home rather than on the road. I just think winning their 18th at home would make sense. So I see them losing tonight. I see them losing tonight. They may even lose the first two games. Probably, maybe. If anything, it would be interesting and it wouldn't like surprise me if they get to a game 7. The game is manipulated and scripted, so anything can happen. So we're going to be reading this website that I found about a year ago, maybe. Again, does a dog die? We're going to look at movies where, the dog either dies or doesn't die. We'll start that as soon as the game officially starts. I'm not sure why the screen on the other one looks like it's disappearing. They're tipping off in roughly 10 minutes. And I did try to find radios to listen to the play by play, but couldn't find any. I thought of watching this on Google, but wanted something more more creative. But nevertheless, I just really hope I don't get copyrighted for this. I might. And I'm not actually going to be showing the game. I really have not watched an NBA game since 2011. And that game was the Mavericks versus the Lakers. That was the last full game. It wasn't actually the full game. I think I watched it from the second quarter, but that was the last NBA game that I remember actually sitting through and watching from from, I guess you can say, sort of start to finish. Since then, I have not watched a single NBA game. I have not watched one full game. I have not sat and watched the game. Never have I sat and watched a game. Not for baseball, not for NFL, nothing. What I usually do is just look at the Google scores and kind of just watch like that. Same time, I can do other things. Like when you're just watching the game, you're so restricted to just watching the game. But when I just watch the score on Google, you can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of things. It's gonna be a long night. Tip off in roughly 9 minutes. I might switch to something else. I know this is very disorganized right now, but it is what it is. Celtics versus Mavs, game 4. Like, all I want is just to see the score, play by play. I really don't want to get copyrighted. I just want something simple to watch. And, if anything, I just watch it on Google. This is how I usually watch the game. It's not as, I don't know. I don't know, we'll see. If I find something I don't feel like I'm going to get copyrighted for, that's what I'll pick. I don't know. I still think I think it would be better if the Celtics went at home. If they're gonna win, number 18 would be best fitted like at home in Boston, rather than in Texas. It'd be more more meaningful to win in Boston, right in front of the fans, and on the Boston hardwood floor. Was it Boston Gardens? And the Celtics won their last championship at home, I believe. I think it's only fitting. Anyways, I'm just trying to see which way. I think I looked at this one before. New. I don't want to see people. No. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just got here, it is June the 14th, or called Juneteenth. Anyways, it is Trump's birthday, and it is Game 4 of the NBA Finals 2024. Boston with a 3-0 lead, with a chance to clinch the series and become the NBA's champion. Early in the season, Boston, for me, they were the only narrative. They had the only narrative to make it to the finals from the East. They're the only ones I thought would make it. There was no other team that I thought would have made it to the finals. None. In the West, though, I thought it was the Clippers. I really thought it was going to be the Clippers. I even thought Maybe even the Lakers. Maybe, LeBron has like a Cinderella story to prove that, this guy is the best there is. To go to win and play in, then to beat the #1 champion, that would have been, I think that would have a great storyline. Obviously, the Clippers and Lakers not making didn't happen. Instead, we have the Mavericks versus the Boston Celtics in the 24 NBA championship. Mavericks are also, they're playing for their second title. This is their third appearance in the NBA finals. Third appearance in the NBA finals. I remember when Mavericks, the 2006 NBA final. I remember that clear as day. The Mavericks were up 2-0. Everyone was like, hey, the Mavericks got this. The Mavericks got this. The Mavericks got this. And then, you know what happened? The Heat just took over and won it. 4-2. I remember it was like yesterday. Then in 2011, they go against the Heat again, and there's sort of rematch, and this time Mavericks pull away and win. Mavericks had a good team, a lot of good veterans on that team, from Jason Kidd to Peja to Tyson, got Dirk, Jason Terry, to name a few. They even though it's scripted, they came to play though. Anyways, I'm just trying to figure out what am I gonna use? Which one am I using? I don't know yet, guys. I'll just use this. At the same time, I can get various news going on here. Thought about doing it on ESPN, ESPN. Should have started right now. Yep, the game started. I guess I may have to watch it on here. Not a fan of this. Things not loading right now. So we're underway. Boston leads 9-8 early in the first. Really bad. I don't know why this is not like. Yeah, it's interesting. As soon as I go live streaming, this whole computer wants to just go slow all of a sudden. Prior, everything is working fine and smooth. Now that I'm live streaming, everything just wants to go very slow. Very, very slow. But this is what it is. Anyways, as the game goes, as we watch the game on the other screen, I'm not sure why it's taking so long. But anyways, we're gonna start, I guess. Again, this is from the site doesthedogdie.com, but I guess it transferred me to another site called Be Chewy, our top 10 movies where the dog doesn't die. Again, this is all about letting people know that this dognuttery it's everywhere. Like it's everywhere. I mean, these people like dogs, okay, but it's like they will get triggered, depressed, stressed out when dogs die in movies and in video games. That's how dognuttery these dog nuts are, that they're going to get upset, sad, angry when dogs die in movies and in video games. But anyways, movies where the dog doesn't die. We have Air Bud, 1997. Overall, I would say this is a good movie. Again, I watched it as a kid, so it's kind of like, nostalgic. Overall, it was a good movie. But growing up, seeing it as an adult, it's like it wasn't as great. But it's a dog nutter movie. Got this ugly ass dog in Beethoven. I sort of seen that movie. I can't remember exactly what it was about, but Secret Life of Pets. Haven't seen that movie. Dog, again, another worthless dog propaganda movie. Haven't seen this one. Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey from 1993. I'm not going to pronounce that because it's probably the dog's worthless name, I'm guessing. But this movie came out in 2010. Bolt. You got Beverly Hills Worthless Chihuahua in 2008. We have Togo, 2019. Again, this is like probably the most dog nuttery that there is. Most dog nutted movie that there is. All dogs go to heaven, which is completely false. Again, dogs are mutants. They're man-made. I accept that they will cease to exist. They're not going to know dog hell, and they're not going to know dog heaven. They will cease to exist. Yeah, and some of these movies I've never heard of before. So it goes to show how, even though dog propaganda is at full force, a lot of these dog movies are trash, or most likely they're trash. I may have heard of Togo, like, for maybe a second. Obviously, I forgot about this movie because it was most likely trash. This movie, I've never heard of this movie before in my life, and it was most likely trash. Bolt, I've heard of this movie. It's a movie that looks good, the animation, all that thing, but again, it's about dog propaganda, and this looks like a bully read. Again, dog propaganda. Again, never heard of this garbage movie. Never heard of it. So it's most like a trash movie. Homeward Bound looks trash. I wonder who directed this, but a movie called Dog, really? Never heard of it. Secret Life of Pets. I think I've briefly heard of it, but obviously not enough buzz. So it's most likely another craptacular movie. Beethoven, obviously, if everyone has heard of Beethoven, I think there's like few remakes of it, I think, or sequels or prequels, whatever. This dog is fugly. And Air Bud, everyone has heard of Air Bud. So yeah. See how the score is doing right now. Mavericks lead 13-11 in the game 4 of the NBA Finals. Mavericks are down 0-3, while the Celtics are looking to clinch and win their 18th championship of all time. It's going to be a long game. It is 15-14. Is this game 4? I'm not gonna watch this. I am not watching this one. Yeah, can't find a good one. So reluctant. Yeah, bear with me. I know this is like very disorganized. Not watching that one. Should I watch that one? No, not NBA. No, they're gonna get me for sure. For certain. Fine, I'll stick with this one. Who will win? The poll says who will win. I think today's game, I'm going to select the Mavericks. I think, again, they will undoubtedly win in I think the Boston will win in game 5 at home when they're home. So it's 21-14. Leading scores from each team, we have Tatum with 7 and Doncic with 10. Anyways, let's triggers a dog dies. Let's see what what this is all about. Okay. So these are apparently movies where the dogs or dog do die. We have John Wick. On the offset of John Wick, the same dog that dies in the movie, it was seen attacking a horse on the set of John Wick, and it was a pit bull, mind you. So it's funny how even in the fantasy world movie, they treat these dogs as perfect and harmless. But in the real world, they just want to attack. They attack left and right. That is so ironic, you know. This movie's there to make people feel sad for the bully breed, but then offset, the thing is attacking an innocent horse for no reason. Marley and Me. As soon as Marley has trouble on the steps, turn off the movie and set fire to it in a dumpster. I'm showing you that in movies, dognutters will get triggered when a dog dies in movies, and realistically, no dog actually dies in the movie. No one dies. Like it's fictional. It's fictional. It's not real. It's fantasy. It's not real. Not real. But these dognutters are so deluded with their dognuttery. So brain dead. So deluded with dognuttery. Mavericks are up big. And the first so far, 21-14. I really hope I don't get copyrighted for this. Like, I. No, I'm saying that. Hereditary. The death is not shown on screen. The camera briefly shows the aftermath. Bloody, just a small furry stillness, but if you're not paying attention, you could easily miss what's showing you, what it's showing you. Megan, I'm aware of the Megan one, where the dog dies in that horror movie. The Babadook. From who doesn't want to watch the death of a dog, don't watch from. Okay, see, this is plain dognuttery. And this type of thing only happens with dognutters. This doesn't happen with any other, fan base of anything. Only with dognutters this occurs. Only with dognutters. Games of Thrones, yes, a lot of animals die on this show, from random animals to beloved. It's funny how they go random animals, and then when they say beloved pets, again, they're talking about dogs. So they give the dogs the beloved, but every other animal, you're just some random animal. Even though dogs are the most random, the most worthless out of any species ever. But they get the beloved, and real natural animals get random. And I Am Legend, starring Willard Smith. Dog, his only companion and only company and constant companion, gets bitten and infected. He tries hard to save the worthless mutt, but she turns. He basically strangled the worthless mutt to death. I remember that. I remember that movie, and I remember that scene. Yeah, I remember watching this movie. I did a commentary on that as well. The movie was pure garbage, pure stupidity. pure dog delusion. They make these dogs seem like they're perfect. They can't do any harm. They're worshipped. But that's in a movie, though. That's in a movie. In the movies, they can manipulate things. But in reality, they cannot hide. They cannot hide the worthless behavior of dogs. They cannot hide the worthless behavior of dogs in reality. But in Dog's Purpose, it was just full throttle dognuttery. The Conjuring. Sadie the dog is found dead at that's 3:40. I'm reading as like military time. My bad. At 15:40 by one of the daughters. Skip to 6:20 to avoid. Again, this is full on dognuttery, man. Dognuttery. How are we doing with the score right now? Is it stuck on thing? So 21-14. 1-14. Yeah, I see Mavericks winning at home. Sorry, no, I mean the Celtics again winning at home. Just makes more sense, more iconic that way for them to win in Boston in front of the home crowd. Like that's where it pretty much all began. So it would make more sense. They win in Boston again in tribute of the late basketball players that have came and left this year and in the past. So yeah. American Psycho, Walking Dead, The Witch, The Family Dog is found disemboweled. Let's see what they're saying. I want to see what they're saying about this. Hopefully things run smoothly. Again, it's a very gory death. Yeah, this is just full-on dognuttery, man. I'm telling you. It's only in dog culture where this type of behavior happens. Not for anything else that dies in a movie. Anything else that dies in a movie, it's like, oh, well, it's just a movie. But when dogs die in a movie, in video games, TV shows, it triggers a lot of dog nutters. These worthless mutts trigger dog nutters, man. It's crazy. Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, Fallout. The Thing. Is this the movie with Never mind. It's not The Thing. Okay, anyway, so I'm thinking of something totally different. What's the thing? It's not pretty. Dog is run over at a bar. Its neck is broken and it is killed to prevent it painfully dying on its own. The running over and bleeding dog and the actual killing are shown full on. So this is in 2017. So not all movies and TV shows are going to hide the dog deaths, which is pretty good. I think that's good. Shows that not all Hollywood is just full-on dog nuttery, that they're willing to show dogs actually dying in films. You have The Platform, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Supernatural, where the dog dies. So a worthless small dog is killed for its heart to be used in a ritual. Sacrifice. And we did read about how in the Chihuahua video that I made, Chihuahuas versus Pit Bulls, they were stating that Chihuahuas may have originated from Mexico, where they may or may not have eaten these dogs. And I wouldn't be surprised, again, if these dogs were used for various rituals. I would not be surprised. Things have changed, obviously, in society. One day, dogs are treated like trash. Next day, all of a sudden, they have these dogs that are trash living with them, sleeping on their bed, in their kitchens, on their food, on the dinner table. It's man, the tables have turned. Anyways, it is 25-14 for Dallas, leading the way, up by 9 in the first. Still only the first two, man. It's gonna be a long game, unless going slow. Yeah, it's totally out of thing. So it's 34-21 here. But over here, they're still at 25-14. And that's all you need, just take away one player. I have no idea who that guy is, Just take away one player, the star player, whatever, and then teams tend to just lose sometimes. But who knows? Things could change. The game's not over until it's over. We've seen many comeback wins many, many times. So it's not over until, the score sheet says final. Comes at night. Minecraft, technically it depends. Tame wolves, which are sort of dogs, can die, but there are ways the player can prevent them from dying. Okay. In the good place, the dog is kicked to the sun. Yes, but it's funny. More than sad, it's a simulated dog, and the character kicks it into the sun. The character then feels guilty and makes another one. So, yep. Schindler's List. So they're able to show these attacking dogs in Schindler's List. They're often muzzled and or barking, but no dogs are depicted being hurt or killed. Ironic, isn't it? Watcher. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Heartstopper, Dream SMP, Yellow Jackets, Full Metal, JoJo's This is in 2012. Many dogs die throughout the series in a very brutal, unforgiven fashion. Dogs are killed mostly by the villain, or always done by the villain. And I said that this is to portray the villains as being horrible. Again, this is manipulation. Being able to play with the minds of people. A lot of people watching these shows, movies, video games, etc. I don't know what it is, but they take the fantasy world to heart. Like, they take it as if it's reality. Especially with these dog nutters, when dogs die, they take it as if a dog actually died in real life. They act as if a dog died in real life. And even if a dog does die in real life, these things are worthless. Meaningless. They live meaningless lives. And to be so hysterical and sad and depressed over a dog, either from a TV show or in reality, it's nonsense. Nonsense. It is a joke in the community that all dogs die, and it's true. Dog nutters. We have the silence. Again, this is dog nuttery. Why is it even necessary for there to be dogs that die in movies? Like, what is wrong with these dog nutters, man? What is wrong with them? It's just a movie. We have the devil all the time. Dog is shot as a sacrifice to the god and then crucified. It's very upsetting. Let's check the score, see what's going on. This is 26-18. This one's so slow. Or maybe it's again. That's why it's this one is and the first. It's the end of the first of Game 4 of the NBA Finals between the Boston Celtics and Dallas Mavericks, with Dallas Mavericks leading 36-21. They have a huge lead. I say don't give up yet. The game's not over until the last 48 minutes have been played. We've seen many comebacks in these games where the team up, all of a sudden they can't play. And the team down, they come back and they win. So I still think, again, the Mavericks, I do want Boston to win in a way. I just want them to get to 18. Do want them to win. But I see Dallas taking this game. Okay. Lobster, Undertale, WandaVision. The family dog dies in episode 5. In the very end of the episode 7, the character says, "And I killed the dog too," while holding the blanket with its corpse. Look at this. It's technically yes, but by the point in the series, it's very likely the dog isn't even real. But just like dogs that die in movies, they're not actually dead. Like dogs that die in cartoons or video games, they're not real. They're just pixels. And we can kill so many people in these video games. You kill one or shoot one dog, these dog nutters get triggered by that. the Yeller. What's this movie? What is this movie even about, though? Oh. What is this movie even about? Young Travis Coots is left to take care of the family ranch with his mother and younger brother, while his father goes off on a cattle drive in the 1860s. When a yellow mongrel, worthless mutt, comes for an uninvited stay with the family, Travis reluctantly adopts the worthless mutt. So basically, this is dognuttery, trying to establish itself, trying to claw its way into society. And it starts with these movies, again, movies and the cartoons and the TV shows. That's where it starts from. A lot of these dog nuts watching this movie, I haven't seen it, but from what I heard, it's like it makes people sad. When the dog dies, it makes people sad, and guess what? I wouldn't be surprised in 1957, 1958 maybe as well, that these type of breeds were like I said, you can say adopted a lot more after this movie came out. People are sad. Dog nutters can be easily manipulated. It's just like with the Michael Vick thing. The whole pit bull dog fighting thing. Next thing you know, everyone wants a pit bull. Like it's again they use, man, I'm telling you, like the media uses tactics to brainwash these dog nutters. I remember this movie, Alita, Battle Angel. I don't remember there being a dog, but anyways, towards the middle of the movie, the little worthless mutt Lita gets shot by a villain in the Hunter bar. Death is not shown, but the shot goes off and you can hear the crying of the worthless mutt. And disgusting. And she uses a dog's blood to mark her face. It's disgusting. That's nasty. This is dog nut. I'm telling you, man. These movies, these TV shows, they know what they're doing. This isn't just about being entertained. This is about pushing more dog propaganda. And it's usually the villain or the most disliked character killing dogs in these movies. And when they do that, the audience, the dog nutter audience, can sympathize way more with the dog and hate people more for them killing the dog in the movie. Let's see what we're doing. It's 36:21. It's 39. Fresh. I'm not sure why it keeps stopping. 6:21. Yeah, Boston's getting routed right now. They are getting routed. It is Trump's birthday today, though. Trump, how old is Trump turning? Trump, how old is he today? Trump is 78 today. 78. First name. 78. In the tall grass, we have Halloween, Criminal Minds, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Movie's so overrated. Yeah. So there's a lot of movies where the dogs die. But again, they use these movies and TV shows, video games, um, to help push the dog propaganda. Um, yeah. Let's see. Sacks for today. Yeah, I'm really gonna take my time today in this stream. Not gonna try to talk way too much because we still have like 3/4 left to go. So lots to do. I'm not sure why this one keeps stopping though. Yeah, they're getting routed right now. Getting routed pretty bad. Routed. Got that 42. Trump was never mind. Got that 42. Wonder who Yeah, anyways, let's see what attacks have been going on. Let's do 24 hours. Again, there's still talking about the 10 states with like talking about dog attacks to postal workers. I mean, if you're not going to do anything, like, if you're not going to do anything about it, and if you're just going to keep just reporting these attacks and really not do anything about it, I mean, it's good to know and all, but it's so nonsensical to keep reporting city with the highest attacks, states with the highest attacks, etc., etc. It's a lot, but they're not doing anything about it. All they really do is, make articles to the owners to make articles for the owners to make sure their dogs are secure. Okay, maybe they read it. Maybe they do that just for maybe 2 weeks. You really think they're going to keep their dogs secure for the rest of their lives? Every day that they get mail, every week, every month that they get mail? Do you really think they're going to keep their dogs secure every day? They might do it time to time, but there are going to be days where they just don't do it. And the solution isn't trusting these dognut owners. The solution is getting rid of the dogs. Because even a lot of these postal workers, they're pro-dog. They're pro-dog. They're the ones getting attacked and killed by dogs. But yet they're pro-dog. It's like dogs are the enemy of postal workers. Like in the cartoons and TV shows and movies, oftentimes you see the postal worker being chased by dogs. And that's viewed as funny. It's viewed as funny. But in reality, when it happens, it's a tragedy. But even the postal service will keep promoting and pushing dogs. I believe on their website, which I think is kind of weird. Like they're still using dogs in their ads though. In their awareness. It's like, does that make sense? You're still showing the thing that is attacking your fellow employees, and you're gonna post them on pictures where we're supposed to be aware of them, but you're it doesn't make sense. And they give it, and they have them in these poses that are, unrealistic to mail carriers. When these things see mail carriers, they're not like this. They're not looking creepy like this. God, these dogs are just so hideous to look at. They make me sick to look at, man. But again, they use these dogs. But this is more of the reality of dogs jumping on mail carriers, attacking them, biting them. I mean, they should be using pictures like this of mail carriers being injured by dogs. But instead, where am I going? What am I doing? Bear with me. Instead of showing the injuries of what could happen, They settle for pictures like this with the dog. And this is all they have here. That's all they have. And they say to keep their eyes on any dog. But they also say never to stare at a dog, because if you look at a dog or whatever, the dog may view that as a threat. So you can't even look at a dog. And they're going to attack you for looking at them. Like, I'm being serious. They say making eye contact or looking at a dog is a sign of initiating like attack or something. Only dogs that this happens to, where you can't even look at them. And if you look at them, you're going to get attacked. You look at them, you're going to get attacked. Mavericks are up 20 points in the second. This game is far from over. We've seen many comebacks. Many comebacks. See? I mean, this is game 4, mind you. Again, I know the NBA is scripted and all that. This is game 4. You have a chance to end it. Why would you play garbage in the game 4? It doesn't make sense. Like, you know it's the final game. You know you want to win. I mean, you come this far, why would you just all of a sudden just play slack? It doesn't make sense. If it's the final game and you have a chance to clinch, you're going to work your ass off. You're going to run. You're going to play your ass off. You're going to play hard for every second you're going to play hard. But now all of a sudden they just don't want to play. Now all of a sudden they just don't want to play. Makes no sense. No sense. No sense. But anyways, again, they say keep your eyes on the dog, even though they say don't look at dogs. So it's like you can't look at them, can't stare at them. I mean, mind your own business, you still get attacked. Never attempt to pet or feed a dog. I think we've seen, maybe not with the USPS, but with other postal services, we've seen videos of them stopping to rub on dogs, to grope dogs. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of other milk carriers that will stop to grope a dog. I mean, a lot of these milk carriers are dog nutters. And even they do get attacked, yes, but you know, they're dog nutters. They can't resist not groping a dog. You watch these videos of dog nutters with their dogs, they're always groping their dog. They're always groping the dog on film. Always groping them. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Again, like we know this information. Like, we know this information. Now, what now? What do we do now? Like just allow these dogs to continue to exist? Like, it just bothers me. It really does bother me. But anyways, we have multiple attacks. TCSO, I'm not sure what that stands for. guess that sounds for the Tulsa County Sheriff's Deputy. No, never mind. No, sorry, not sure what that sounds for. I already spoke about this, and the dog owners were saying they don't have enough money to fix their fence, and things are short, so they put like a tent over the fence. But yet we see the dogs on top of cars. Like, I'm not sure how close that is to the fence, but I'm pretty sure these dogs can just jump right over the fence. These dogs were attacking cyclists for just driving by. Like, we can't do anything around these things. Like, we can't. Like, it's hard. It's really hard living with them, because everything we do, they're attacking us. We're cycling, delivering mail on our own property. They're attacking us. We look at them, don't look at them, they attack us. It's like, we can't win here. We can't win. We can't win. God, these things are so deformed. This thing looks stupid. I'm sorry, it looks dumb. It looks stupid. It really does. See how we're doing here. $52-28. Dallas Mavericks lead in the second quarter of Game 4 of the NBA Finals. In the second, Dallas is outscoring the Mavs 18-7. Hey, this is Game 4. The Celtics have a chance to clinch. So you would think for the last game they would pour their hearts out in this. Get it over with already. But they just choose to just not exist? Like, that doesn't make sense. How do you dominate for 3 games, have a chance to clinch, but then you just don't show up? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Again, I know it's scripted, but it's like, come on. No, he's not playing today. Porzingis isn't playing. All of a sudden they can't play. Anyways, I have a dog attack that leaves one worthless mutt dead, and another euthanized.
One dog was left dead, and another was euthanized after an attack in Okotoks this week. Abby Fortier said she was walking her 2 dogs on leash when they were attacked by an off-leash dog in the Cimarron Grove area at about 2 p.m. on June 10th. It saw us and kind of locked eyes with me, and I just kind of had a feeling that it was not going to be good, Fortier said. She said the dog charged at them from a green space across the street, and her 14-pound rescue dog, Chili, tried to fight back but was badly mauled. That's when it took her in his mouth and started shaking her. The attacking dog was pulled away by its owner, but Fortier said Chili died shortly after the attack. Halfway to the vet, she took her last breath, she said. Okotoks Municipal Enforcement Manager, OME, Vikram Kulkarni said the aggressor dog, an American Staffordshire Terrier, has since been euthanized. The decision to euthanize the dog was made by the owner, Kulkarni said. A complaint was made against the dog 2 years ago. The owners completed training with the dog, and no further complaints were reported, he said. We didn't hear anything for the last 2 years. After the incident on June 10, municipal enforcement officers laid 3 charges against the owner of the aggressor dog under the Responsible Pet Ownership Bylaw. The owner is cooperating with the investigation and is remorseful, Kulkarni said. Charges include animal at large, animal bite and attack and kill, and having an unlicensed dog, he said. Fortier is urging pet owners to be responsible and said things can be done to prevent these kinds of incidents, such as training, using muzzles or making sure pets can't get out of the backyard, she said. It was a horrible thing that happened, she said. I think there's a lot to be learned from it, and I don't want her to have died for nothing. Since the incident, she said she's heard from numerous people who say they have been chased by dogs in the neighborhood, and she urges anyone who sees an aggressive dog to report it. OME can't do anything about it if they don't know that it's happening, she said. Kulkarni said it was a tragic event and offered condolences to the pet owners. We understand this is an event that's
So, it was a American staff-fired terrorizer who had killed this worthless mutt. And they stated that, they had complete training for this dog for 2 years ago. And there were no further complaints. And then all of a sudden, the thing just snaps and attacks. This goes to show that training dogs is worthless. It's meaningless. It's worthless. Hey, the dog might listen to you for some time, to you as the owner. When you're in the presence, the dog might listen and obey your commands. But when you're nowhere to be found, these things are totally different. But again, even when these owners are there, it's at most times it doesn't do anything. But here we have a dog that was trained, and after 2 years of no complaints, all of a sudden it just snaps and attacks another worthless mutt. Like, why can't dog nutters see this and realize that training itself isn't enough? Owners aren't enough. Leashes are not enough. Fences are not enough. The last thing we need to hear is a dog wearing a muzzle headbutting someone to death. Still killing someone while it's wearing a muzzle. Then I could actually come here and say, hey, even muzzles are not enough. I'm pretty sure some have already broken out of muzzles. Pretty sure it has happened. But I haven't read a story of where it actually occurred and where someone actually does get attacked and or dies from a dog attack. Yeah, again, I don't care for the dog, but this could have been anyone. And the same thing I said about mail carriers is that just because the house that you're going to, they may have a secure dog, but the dogs in the neighborhood, could be loose and they're gonna attack you. Even if they were just like this dog with 2 years of never attacking or never showing aggression, they see you, all of a sudden they snap and attack. So those 2 years are years of never showing aggression, never biting or whatever. It means nothing. Because all it takes is that one time, that one moment, that 1 second, and someone is going to die. In this case, it's a worthless mutt that dies. Someone else's worthless mutt was killed by this dog that had not shown, I guess you could say, no aggression for 2 years. just takes that one moment. But these dog nutters, they just don't want to get it. They're too deluded. I mean, these are the people that hate people so much that they're going to be oblivious. They're going to be oblivious to the dog nuttery. Oblivious to the attacks. Oblivious to dog behavior. Oblivious. And it's funny how these dog trainers, dog experts, you know, they put dog training as, you know, the juggernaut, like the end all. But even when dogs are trained, they still attack. So if dog trainers are saying you got to train your dog, and these dogs are still attacking after being trained, then that means, just like Jenga, when you pull that one block out and that whole structure collapses, this whole dog nuttery, dog culture, it also collapses as well. To have trainers, so-called reliable trainers, certified, qualified, renowned, celebrity trainers, say that you need to train your dog, and they show tactics of how to train your worthless mutt. And when you do those tactics, and some day down the road, if that dog does attack, it only goes to show that this training does nothing. It's meaningless. It is meaningless. No one should be getting attacked. I don't care if it's a day after training, years after training, 2 years after training. We don't need that. No one should be getting hurt by these dogs. But it's happening every day, despite dogs being trained and showing no aggression. And obvious celebrities and politicians, you know, they're going to get a pass. It's like they're going to get like a pass. Let's see how the game's going. It is in the second quarter. Dallas Mavericks are leading. Oh, it's halftime. My bad. Halftime now. Dallas Mavericks are... They're stomping the Boston Celtics. 61-35. NBA Finals, June 14th. This is Game 4. I mean, NBA scripted, right? I know it is scripted. This is Game 4. I mean, if you were Boston, man, you would want to close out the games right away. So you're gonna play your heart out in the final game. But you're only scoring 35 points in 2 quarters. Your whole team is like non-existent. They already have 2 players in double figures. Again, if this was realistic, and you have 1 game left, all you have to do is win 1 more and it's over. You're gonna play your heart out. You're going to play your heart out. You're not gonna come in slack and lazy and this kind of performance. I know the game's not over yet, but this is pathetic. It's pathetic. This thing's not... I'm sorry, this thing is not prompting right now. But anyways, the article just says, Biden would face says Biden would face lawsuits over dog attacks if it were any other family. Obviously, this is true. He's like, the U.S. president is like the top politician of the world. So they can get away with a lot of things. Especially with their dogs. I think their dogs have bitten at least maybe 3 times already. Probably more by now. And nothing happens. And it's like no one really cares about this issue. Because it's the dog that is hurting people. I don't really care about the issue because it's the dog that's hurting people. So no one's really going to give any buzz about it. They're just going to like shrug, whatever. They're going to blame the owner, blame Biden, blame the victim, worship the dog. But in reality, people just don't care. Like they just don't care when it involves dogs. They don't want to see anything happening to the dog. So, yeah. How about this? Dog breaks out of collar. Let's see what they're saying about this game right now. Where's oh yeah. The game's not even over yet. And people act as if the game is over. It's only halftime. How many times have we seen team just come back and win? Like so many times. Again, the game's not even over yet. Yeah. Anyways,
Now, a man receives medical attention after being attacked by a dog in Hastings. Hastings police say it happened in the 200 block of West 4th Street Thursday when a dog broke out of his collar and bit a 67-year-old man that was walking. Police say the dog belonged to Larry Hammond, who was not registered, or the dog was not registered and did not have up-to-date vaccinations. This is now the second time that Hammond has been cited for similar offenses. His dog is now being observed for the next 10 days. The extent of the victim's injuries are unknown. Also,
dog broke out of collar to attack someone. dog broke out of its collar and bit someone walking by on Thursday. So I guess it broke out of the leash. Even collars are worthless, man. Every day there's something with these dogs that always something. So yeah. So a little over a year ago, he was cited for the exact same crime after a German Shepherd broke their collar and bit someone. They're unclear if this is the same dog. It's nonstop. Well, imagine that. Dog bites someone, and then dog bites someone after wishing each other a safe shift. Safe shift. Safe shift. Celtic. It is Trump's birthday today. Celtics are playing in the NBA Finals. His dog bites someone. 39. At 39, didn't they? Ooh. Safe shift. And that was his Celtic. His secret service name is Celtic. Safe shift. Okay. How old is Biden? Biden is 81. Interesting. This happened a day ago. It wasn't today, but nevertheless. Yeah. If not even the president's dog can not be cannot behave like a worthless mutt, then there is no cure for these things. There is no cure for them. No cure. See if they started third quarter yet. Not yet. Anyways, did this happen this year or no? The number of dog attacks involving the worthless mutt, who the White House said in February was given away after more than 2 years of terrorizing professionals assigned to protect Biden. Imagine that. You're also there to protect the owner. You're there to protect the owner. And these dogs still see you as a threat. There's that saying that dogs can sense bad people, where some owners will say, if the dog doesn't like you, I won't like you either. To allow your dog to dictate how you feel about someone is ridiculous. There's been many occasions where innocent people that mean no harm to the owner, that means very well to the owner, these dogs will still attack them. And to say that, if the dog doesn't like you, I don't like you, it's ridiculous. It just shows again how brain damaged, dumbed down, delusional, mentally ill these dog owners, dog lovers really are. You don't hear that type of saying coming from anyone except dog lovers. But somehow it's acceptable. Is this not recently? Or is this just now? Like that? I'm seeing like it's such an old post, but why? It's saying the story was written like a day ago, but it seems like the story is like pretty old. Nevertheless, all right, let's see how the score is doing. If we're starting the third quarter yet. 61-35. What's my thing doing? And the third quarter is underway. And again, the game's not over until it's over. The game's not over until it's over. Damn. Just gonna play some music. I feel like I'm talking way too much now, so I'm gonna rest my mouth for a while. Is it? They're getting routed, man. Holy. Just don't show up, man. You just don't show up. I think they're going to win in Game 5. They're going to win. Schedule is like... Because... So they go to Boston June 17th. June 17th. Monday. You can win on Monday. It is 75-42 in the NBA Finals. Game 4, Dallas Mavericks leading the way. Celtics are getting routed. They're getting stomped in Game 4.
locked onto the phone. And I wished I'd had a number so I could be color unknown. And then I tell her to look into my eyes and never let it go.
Hope everyone is having a dog-free evening. A dog-free evening. Just doing a few more things again. It is third quarter. Mavericks are stomping 78-47 in Game 4 of the NBA Finals 2024. I think Mavs will win in 5. No, sorry, I mean Dallas will win in 5 games. My bad. Sorry, Dallas will win in 5 games. Yeah. With them winning on their home court, if they don't win in 5, they have to win in 7. And yeah. But anyways, a worthless mutt with life-threatening injury dumped in cemetery. A dog with a life-threatening leg infection found dumped in a cemetery is in need of a new home. I mean, take the hint. It's in a cemetery. Might as well dig a hole for it. Just dig a hole for it. A 200-year-old animal charity has said. So these people have been around for 200 years. 200 years. And for over 200 years, whoever this company is, they have done nothing. Nothing. They have done absolutely nothing to help make sure that dogs don't kill anyone. Instead of what they do, they give dogs access to people, children, for them to maul and to annoy and to bother. Imagine that, 200 years, and you're ignorant for 200 years. 200 years of foolishness. It took me only I was like 6 years old to realize dogs are worthless. And this organization's been around for 200 years. Ay. Suffered an open infected wound on top of her right leg, which is thought to be a result of a dog bite. The worthless mutt was discovered collapsed inside an entrance gate at the Northern Cemetery in Hull by the member of the public in March. Suspected she may also have been beaten and said it... Suspected it may have also have been beaten and said it could be little more. It could do little more than lift her head. Thing's worthless. I mean, you're at a cemetery. Take the hint. Dig a hole and just stuff this thing in the hole and just walk away. Instead, they want to rescue these worthless mutts, spend their dog nut money on a worthless mutt. For what? You think anyone's going to want to adopt this worthless mutt? Obviously, there's going to be a dog nut out there who wants to adopt it, but why would you want to adopt this? Why would you want to adopt this worthless thing? Oh, man. The site was created in 1824. So dog nutters they've been around for quite some time. They may have not been as popular, recognized at the beginning, but over time, they just took over. Because throughout the years, I would say the 1800s to like early 1900s, societies, they treated dogs like trash. But they just slowly converted to treating these things as if they're better than them, as if the dog is better than them. How can that happen? Or one day, many civilizations thought these dogs were worthless, thought these dogs were scum, and then the table just swifts where now the dog is better than the people. It's crazy. It is crazy. I believe there was a post about Ireland banning XL bullies. You know what? Ireland ban. I mean, it should not take for someone to die to implement these laws. I mean, like, why wait? Like, why wait for the next one and the next one and the next one? Why keep waiting? Why not just ban them all? Why not at least, if these pitbull nutters want to own these things, let them all just live on an island with them and leave everyone else alone. I mean, these are the people that will die for their dogs, where they think dogs are better than people. So if dogs are better than people, why are you using man-made inventions? Why are you using man-made technologies? Why are you driving on man-made roads? Dogs are better than people. Why don't you and your dog go on an island and see how well you do? Always saying dogs are better than people when you're using the device that man has built. What has dogs created? What is one thing that dogs create? Nothing. Again, these things don't do anything for themselves. They do nothing for themselves. Nothing essential for themselves. Every other animal out there does something for themselves, whether it's grooming, finding food, creating shelter, looking after their young. But dogs, they're so worthless. But yet, dog nuts that say that dogs are better than them. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? But they're just going to keep waiting till the next one. You wait until the next one.
This podcast is brought to you by AJ Products, made in Sweden for the rest of the world. Visit ajproducts.ie to see how we can make your workplace work for you.
Dogs of every single breed that do not behave in a breed typical way, but it's important with science that we look at all the information and start understanding what's going on, and we need more information.
Since publishing this episode, the Minister for Rural Development, Heather Humphreys, has announced that former Assistant Garda Commissioner John Toomey is to lead a committee on dog control, tasked with bringing recommendations to government. And this week, the Minister confirmed that
I'm sorry, but that's just so boring. Oh my God. I mean, I know they're not going to talk about what needs to be talked about. They're just going to be prancing around the whole issue. Like, just be honest. These things are killers. Ban them. End of story. But they gotta prance around it. Why are you prancing around it? Be direct. Hey, these things have killed many people. Ban them. End them. Get rid of them. Euthanize them. Eliminate them. Do what you need to do with them. Stop prancing. Stop dancing around it. It's meaningless and it's useless. Useless. Again, Nicole Murray was attacked at her hall door by one of her 4 pets, a massive XL bully. Oh man, oh man. I'm tired. I'm gonna finish this game though. I'm gonna hit the hay. It is 88-52 in the third quarter. It's still possible for a little comeback. It's possible. It's still possible. But like I said, I think winning at home would make more sense. 18 championship at home makes a lot more sense. There you have all the other banners, all the other retired jerseys, the other legendary Celtic players. You're home in Boston. You know, this is Boston, one of the winningest NBA teams of all time, one of the winningest teams of pro sports history. So it makes sense that they would win in Boston. So I guess, them not showing up to play, it's like, they're saving their energy for Game 5 in a way. Oh, sorry. Just when I talk too much and stay awake this late, it really makes me more tired. Biden dog attack scandal worsens. Not sure if this was just recently or this was just in 2023. But nevertheless, just goes to show how dangerous all dogs are at every level. Again, Ireland, they're talking about banning these things, but they're gonna prance around it, dance around it, and they're probably gonna say there's a ban, but they're gonna still allow them to exist. So, I mean, they always, I don't know. See what's going on in ban pit bulls. I read this earlier the other day. Just a minute ago, woman dies in West Baltimore dog attack, Maryland. Someone was from. So I remember seeing someone was from Maryland. I don't know. Was Jason Jason Tatum from Maryland? So from Missouri. So I read someone was from Maryland. Yeah, this. How do you not show up for Game 4? Like, how do you just not show up? Obviously, I know it's scripted, but it's like. Many people think this is real. So it's like, come on. Sorry. All right, let's see what they have to say about this.
This is a very disturbing story. We can tell you tonight through Baltimore City Police that one woman was killed in that vicious dog attack, allegedly by several dogs, according to police. I want to step out of the way and show you the scene here. It's still very active. Look, we have police putting up a tape now, kind of expanding their scene. This is at North Pulaski Street, Clifton Avenue. We just got confirmation within the last half hour or so that officers were dispatched here for a dog bite, but when they got here, they found a group of stray dogs attacking a woman, a female victim, I should say, and they did say that that female victim died from her injuries due to the dog attack. We also know that one police officer did shoot their weapon, their gun, at one of those dogs, striking one of the dogs. So one of the dogs was hit by a police officer's bullet tonight, but one female lost her life in this. And we're pointing you up Clifton Ave there, and that is a alleyway. So that's the Ridge Hill Ave alleyway, I believe, and near that at least. And that is where we are told this may have happened tonight. But once I learn more, I'll get back. I'll pass that your way. For now, live tonight, Tori Yorgi in West Baltimore, WBAL TV 11 News.
There goes another one. Again and again and again. How many more times, man? I think it's just, it's also weird. Out of place, man, when someone asks, hey, how did so-and-so die? He was attacked by dogs. You see, how did he die? Oh, attack from dogs. What? It's such a weird way to die. An attack from dogs. Like, no one should have to be attacked or killed by dogs, period. I mean, dogs are so odd. Like, they don't belong in society. I think that's what makes it seem more strange to know that the cause of death of you was done by dogs. And these are man's best friend. Things that are worshipped 24/7. They can never do any wrong, but yet they're killing people every day. And the way they die, where people have to say, hey, they died from dogs. They were attacked by dogs and died. It's weird. It's like, it's usually, people die from diseases, cancer, car crash, things like that, old age, but it's like killed by dogs. It's like, what? It's like, really? It's embarrassing. In a way, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing in a way that, hey, we're allowing these things to exist in society. Allowing something that is known to kill us time and time again. We're letting them stay with us. We'll report the news, but then be like, okay, whatever, it's over. Let's wait till the next one. The next one comes, they do the same thing again and again. Well, I'm not going to watch that. Sorry. I'm not watching this one. I'm not watching that one. Six-year-old pit bull mauled owner in Mississippi. I'm not signed in. Not going to sign in. How about this? In 1945. 1945. We can re-see that. Raise it up a little bit. Mistoretta Zinc, upper left. 39-year-old lecturer and war defense plant worker died 90 minutes after a mass attack by 9 pit bull terrorizers in Miami, Florida. The woman was found stripped, nude, and mutilated from head to foot. 43 owner of the dogs is in County jail, where he is being held on charge of manslaughter. Ferocious dogs are shown below. Nothing has changed. Like, nothing has changed. I mean, other than the years, the dogs back then have been the same. They've been the same. And they're the same now. Attacking and killing people. I mean, we had a chance back then to stop this dognuttery, but man, people just let it happen. They just let it happen. And 90 minutes. That's like an hour and a half. Let's go say, you say that's 2 hours. 2 hours of being eaten alive. And look at these things. The typical dog nutter would say these things are friendly and sweet. But these are the things that killed this lady. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Yeah, safe to say that this game is OVA over. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't see them coming back now. If they came back in the third, sure, but damn. 8 minutes. Yeah. They just don't show up, man. They just didn't show up. Man, this person's actually right. These are needless deaths. And when someone asks, how did so-and-so die, you have to say dog attack. It's just so odd to say. I mean, since 1945, and it's the same outcome till this day. Maybe not getting attacked by 9 in most cases. But a lot of us are still getting killed and attacked by these dogs. Some organizations, again, have been around for over 100 years, 200 years. And they did nothing to stop this. 200 years at a time where dog nuttery wasn't really that much of a thing. They could have stopped it, but no. These people had agendas. They had plans, and now we're living in their agenda. We're living in their plans. Where every week, every day, someone is dying from these dogs. It is crazy. Yeah. Dogs are the worst, man. They are the worst. And I've been asking this for a while. Like, how are you supposed to raise them? Dog nutters, pit nutters, they have the same talking points. Blame the owner, it's how you raise them, but they never actually explain in their comments of how exactly you're supposed to train them. They never even specify these in videos. You see these videos, they train these pit bulls like they train any other dog. And that's what people do, but then they will still come on and say it's how you train it. But what is the way to train these things? What is the special way? What is the special requirements designed to train these things? What is it? Can these people let us know what we need to do to train them so they don't kill someone? I mean that's the reason. That's the reason why they train these things, so they just don't kill someone. Because when these things are doing like anything else, they don't say it's how you train it. They only use it's how you train it when these things are killing other animals or people. Then that's how it's how you train it comes about. But it's nowhere to be found when these things are being destructive or whatever. That's another thing. I don't have it here with me right now, but they have like these you know how like dogs get anxiety when their owners are away from the home. So what they have now, or what they always had, is like they'll put these dogs into crates for like 8 hours. Like, imagine that. Again, I hate dogs. I hate dogs. Dog crate. I hate dogs, but some owners will lock them in here into these things for hours. They will lock their dog in here for hours while they go to work or whatever. Not showing the ones that I saw, but it was something I would say was similar to this one, where the owners will lock their dog in this thing because the dog has anxiety. The dog is going to break out of the crate. These are dog lovers sticking and stuffing their dog in here for hours. I'm not making this up. They will stick their dog in here for hours. And I'm the one that hates dogs. I want dogs to be eliminated. But the dog lover is willing enough to stick their dog into this tiny space for hours. In the dark, mind you. Pretty sure the lights are going to be off. They're stuck here in the dark for hours like this. Dog lovers do this. This looks like a prison. This looks like a cell, man. These are dog lovers, man. This does look like a jail prison. Just like in jail prison, they have the bars like this. And these are dog lovers putting them in here. Ay, ay, ay. Dog lovers, eh? Dog lovers. Yeah, with only 3 minutes left, the Dallas Mavericks are leading 119-77. They scored 77. in the fourth quarter. It's not over yet, but it looks like there will be a game 5, and I can see Boston winning in 5. If not, I think Boston will win in 7. I think Boston has to win at home. They have to win at home. They have to win at home. Just makes so much sense with, Bill Russell passing, Bill Walton passed, all the other greats that have passed on. Person said the Celtics were never in this one. Like, how do you not show up? It's game 4. Again, I know it's scripted and all, but I'm just speaking realistically. It's game 4. You have a chance to end it all. A chance to just finally go home, end the season, and just, go to vacation, etc., etc. But no, you're just not going to show up. Who does that? You just don't show up. So now you gotta, again, waste another week or whatever. When you could have just ended it here. And it's so scripted. Sorry, I'm tired. I am tired. But anyways, yeah. This game's about over. So if you're interested, again, the dog site is called Does the Dog Die? Where they share from movies, TV shows, video games of where, or maybe even books as well, I think, of where the dog dies or the dog doesn't die. Again, bottom line in this dog propaganda is to make dog owners feel sad for the dog. They feel sad for the dog. Chances are they'll go out and get a dog. Chances are they'll go out and get more dogs. They'll reinforce their dognuttery. That's why they will have dogs that get killed or whatnot in movies, and they'll feel bad about that. And it's usually like the villain that kills these dogs. So now the audience can have a reason to hate the villain. A reason to watch that villain die because they killed a dog. But in these movies, the people will die, other animals will get killed, and etc., etc. But the dog nut owners, dog lovers, they don't care about that. They get triggered when dogs die in video games, in books, in TV shows, in movies, when realistically they're not really dead. It's a TV show, it's a movie. They use special effects. The things are not really dead. John Wick is a good example. This is the dog in the movie gets shot by the, I guess you can say, evil villain. But in real life, offset, this thing was attacking a horse. Did anyone care about that? No one cared about the dog in John Wick attacking a horse. John Wick dog attacks horse. No one cared about that. I'm not going to show it. See, they're not going to let anyone know about that. But you can see here on the Reddit, John chapter 2, dog interrupted filming fighting a horse. There used to be like pictures of the dog attacking. Used to be pictures of the dog attacking a horse. Now it's not here. But in these movies, they get triggered when the dog dies or gets attacked, whatnot. But real animals get attacked by these dogs, no one cares. The story doesn't exist on the internet anymore. So again, just to show how dog propaganda is real, it is 100% real. It's 100% real. And they do these things to sell dogs. Because dogs, you can make a lot of bank with dogs. Plus, I think that it's part of like population control as well. Dogs help kill people, and that's helping with the depopulation. So, yeah. Yeah, I spoke about a few dog attacks that happened recently as well. And lastly, we have dog lovers, stuffing their dogs in things like this for hours. For hours when they're not even there. It's like a prison, man. It's like a prison. And I'm a dog hater. I hate dogs. I hate them. Hate them, hate them, hate them. But even I know that this is like somewhat like abusive. To lock your thing in there for days, hours. Man. And dogs allow this because, again, they're worthless. They're brain damaged. They rely on the owners to feed them. Because without these owners, these dogs are nothing. They're nothing. They're out on the street getting sick and dying. Dying of ticks, parasites, worms, you name it. But the owner, they provide them all this stuff. House, shelter, etc. But how do these dogs repay them? By attacking and destroying. Yeah, I'm talking too much. I am tired. This game's about over. I'm going to play some music in the background, and once this game is over, I'm going to call it the end. Anyways, I'm going to Dog Butcher with another Worthless Mutts, and please remember, it's okay to hate dogs.
evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today